Jesse Palmer and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's stuffed by that big defense. Go up front.
Man, just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. He's still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive. Oh, he's got some space.
They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And the extra point is good. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. They'll snag it just inside the 10. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. And
I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done? Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. It doesn't get better than that.
Wants to throw, it's Reed. Snagged in the middle, it's Concepcion. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Got it behind the lines. It's Daniels. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this ball, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thomas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Makes the grab on third. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Here's the pressure, and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on third and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Zings it complete to the right. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone.
And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The give to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Buys a little time with his feet. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Pulls it in down the sideline. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
One of the things things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, he breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going with the ground game left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Dropping back, it's Reed. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Green. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Cool as as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. Spins away from the defense. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. That's caught. It's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. LSU quick to the line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing it.
There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man. It's Brown. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. LSU right back to the line. Going to look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Pulls it in. It's Brown. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical.
He's into the open down the middle. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the pummeling has started.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Oh, he can't hang on, and those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in, it's Durham. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Rushes on him. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part.
He lets it fly. Snatches it on the run. Off and running. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU. Nice play there by the offense, but still a ton of ground to make up.
Yeah, this one's pretty much over, but listen, put that exclamation point on it. Finish the way you want to finish. Make sure your offense keeps that momentum going. It can build throughout the season.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he makes it a 3-possession game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. This is a designed run. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Looking for the first down. Texas A&M lines up on 4th. Complete out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Finds his man. It's Anderson. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. After the incompletion, looking at second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Anderson. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now it's a 3-possession game. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game, in late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. These are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Touchdown, Aggies! A great catch and run for 6.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Throwing right. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive.
Unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Get us started with the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it. .22. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got it in the middle, it's Lemon. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab, it's Miller. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Lane. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Trojans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Turning it on. Fights off the defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Allen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this...
He's loose on the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. Ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in a hurry-up. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Aller. Big fella moving. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Complete to the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's... the field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Simpson. Finds his target down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Got room to work. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here,
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Moving away from pressure. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but fourth and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give this guy a chance. Put it near his body.
Got some room in it to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On the run, it's Moss. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down for 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Floats it out in space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Texas A&M going quickly. He'll throw on third down. It's incomplete, but I don't think it's going to matter. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, and it looks as if the defense was offside. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. A&M comes back out with another first down. He'll do it himself. Shakes off the defender. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Just adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who can run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
That's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Reed. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards, and now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Gets rid of it. The short hands. It's Williams. And they're able to get him on the ground. Alabama pushing the tempo.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Back to pass. It's Simpson. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the back.
Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Tide! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Gets it out quickly. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with a man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. A design run for the quarterback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And they reacted well to the completion. conversion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. The sure hands, it's Moss. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Goes to the option. Still tossing. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Reed. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down.
There he goes. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep. Don't give up those big plays. Make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Boy, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Simpson. Lets it fly. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. With the catch, it's Bernard. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Buys a little time. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be.
Got some room, heading to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're going to go for two here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. That Alabama offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense,
oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. If you've seen his athleticism, his speed, his bend, and his flexibility, he now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
He'll get rid of it. Intercepting. The defense has set him up.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into half. But it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. From the 17-yard line, threatening threatening to score on 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
A run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well tonight, give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Diamond receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. It's complete on the right side. Finding an escape route. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed. And it's a...
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting a big stop.
They want that clock to run. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. The quick out. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Concepcion. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The give to the back. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Quick completion on the out. All kinds of room to the right. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's 3rd down. Listen, if I go get this 1st down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this 3rd down?
Well, I want to be aggressive from on defense. You can tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football and trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really dictate to them, give yourself an opportunity to win.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?